Hey guys, welcome back to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. If you're new, I'm Ashley and this is my husband Chase. I reached out to you guys on Instagram and asked if you guys had any more finance questions and we'd answer them for you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. The first one is, it says, want more info on how to save on groceries and how to pay off debt and how did you become a minimalist? So the first one is how to save on groceries. This definitely isn't the best question for us. We don't cook a ton, but as far as just keeping the bill down, we do order online, so I can actually see what my cart is adding up to before I ever check out. So if it starts going over a budget, I know to remove something, versus when you're at the store, I feel like you just start throwing everything in the cart.
Yeah.
And even if you think you're adding it up in your head, by the time you get up there and add taxes and all that into it, I don't know, we were always over.
It's easy to lose track in store how much you're actually spending. So it does really help a lot to do it online, where it lists the prices all there for you. It shows you the tax and you can remove it if you need to, so you don't go over. So that helps us.
Plus you pull up, you don't even get out of your car. They load it for you, you come home. I'll leave my link down below and you guys will get $10 off a $50 order. So if you guys want that, check the description box. How to pay off debt. Just the Dave Ramsey plan, start with the smallest debt, pay that off, and then go to the next.
Yeah, any extra money you can make or just, save from doing different things, throw it all at the debt.
Cut
throw it
your
at
bills.
the lowest payment and just throw it at it and just attack it.
Stop everything, like going to the movies, anything extra. When you're paying off debt, everything stops. The last thing was, how'd you become a minimalist? I think it's because we were trying to save money and pay off debt or just to survive. And
we were selling things. We were selling some of the home decor just to, make extra money to, at the time, just save. We debt. We haven't had a debt in 9 years probably, other than the house. We have the house. Other than that, we've gone 9 years being debt free besides the home. So really, whenever we, needed extra money, wanted to save, we would sell stuff. So that probably contributed to it.
If I wanted something new, if I wanted a new purse, if I wanted new curtains, I had to sell something to get it. We didn't have income for me to do that. Like, I didn't have any money. What Chase was making was just covering the bills. So even for Savannah's dance class, like for that, and we're at a very affordable place, but there was a time when she first started, we didn't have that in our budget. So I would have to sell something to pay that month's tuition. And so what I didn't love in my house or care for, it was gone. So before long, I was like, I kind of like not having a lot, and that's just how it's always been. So that's kind of, I wouldn't say I'm a complete full minimalist, but that's how we got started. The next question says, grocery budget, haul, and meals. I've been getting a ton of questions about that. I don't know how many times I've been like, I hate cooking, and you guys want like a grocery haul or a cooking, like cook with me. I will definitely get to those, I promise. They're on the list. Does Savannah get an allowance? It's not set, no. Now she does have like chores that she has to do daily. If she does anything beyond that, like if she's wanting to save for something, she'll say, Mommy, can I make some money? And I'll give her extra chores she can do. So like the other day, my bathroom drawer was a disaster, and it's just like all my nail polishes, but I have not had time to clean that thing, and so I paid her to do it. So she has like her set thing she has to do, and she does not get paid for like making her bed and cleaning up after herself. But if she wants to go beyond that and do something that helps us out, we will pay her to do that.
Yeah, definitely. She likes earning some extra money that way.
I'm wanting to get Financial Peace Junior. Have you tried it?
We haven't tried that.
Just because we're so hardcore Dave Ramsey, we know how to teach her, so we've never
we haven't done the kid version of it. She knows a lot of the philosophies that are taught by Dave Ramsey. We kind of put it in more of a child form for her when we're explaining it. So I feel like we are explaining all the Dave Ramsey aspects and the plan in a kid version for her, so she can understand it, which is already pretty simple anyways. But
well, just like if we go to the store and we're going to buy a gift for somebody else and she sees something, I don't say we don't have the money. I don't want her to think we're broke, but it's not in the budget is what we say a lot. It's not in the budget this time. It's it's not about us. We're buying this gift for somebody. And then when she earns money, she has a piggy bank for savings and one for spending. So she splits it up. She does 50-50 because that was her choice. but she does have her own savings account, and then she gets to spend some of the money she makes too, which is mainly at garage sales. She's learned
she loves garage
she
sales.
can get so many more toys garage selling with us than going into Target and getting like one.
Yeah, she's really good about going into stores. She's not one of those kids that's just screaming and crying as she goes down, looking at everything on the shelf, wanting that item because she knows how much more she can get at garage sales. So she's really good in that aspect.
When you were in baby step 1 and 2, did you have any spending cash? No. Every penny.
Yeah.
Unless
we could have had cash. I mean, we could have had the extra if we chose not to pay down the debt, because we were throwing $1,000 at her student loans a month. We were throwing $1,000 a month at the student loans, so we could have had extra cash. But no, the extra cash we chose to throw at the debt at that point for a straight year.
Right.
No extra cash.
It depends on how fast and how painless you want it to be. We wanted it just to go fast, so we lived like crazy people for that time in our life, but it was worth it because then we're out of it and we get to enjoy life.
Yeah, we didn't do much. We didn't go to the movies very often. We didn't do double dates with friends, going out to restaurants during that time period. So it's hard. You got to give up some social things, but that's what we chose to do to get out of debt.
The last question says, what do you usually budget for yard sales and thrift shopping? So that is grouped into, once we paid off debt and Chase was making more, I started taking $100 a month, and that was for me, for anything I wanted to do. And so with that was yard sales and thrift shopping. Well, I learned I may spend $5, $10 at a yard sale piece and paint it and make 50. So it was within my 100, but I could make my 100 grow by buying something and either just immediately reselling it or fixing it up somehow. So yes, I've had about $100 a month to spend, but there's been a lot of times I've turned that into like 500.
Exactly.
So it's just however you want to play that.
Yeah, she's tripled and quadrupled that money before just by finding $5 pieces of furniture and repainting them and selling them for 50.
How do you save for college? Just like anything else. Like if that's your goal, whether it's a car, college, wedding dress, whatever it is, you can even start an envelope system where you just start throwing that money in there. If you're going to be tempted to grab it, then start putting it into a savings account at your bank.
Yeah.
But
do the college savings plan, like those, the 529 plans. That's a good option, to help with taxes for saving for college too. Yeah, that's a good option.
How do you budget for unexpected things? Miscellaneous. So every month we have a miscellaneous fund. And we try to know, like, if there's a birthday party coming up within those 2 weeks, if we know there's something coming up, like Savannah has a birthday party to go to.
Baby shower.
We need to change the oil. We go ahead and take it out of that, but anything that's left over is if we get another wedding shower invitation in the mail or Savannah has another party, we have that saved for in that miscellaneous fund. Mm-hmm. And hey, if you get to the end of that pay period and you have extra, you can save it and put it towards something, or you can actually splurge with that and go have a nice dinner or go buy yourself something.
Yeah, exactly. So leave a little bit of room in your budget for miscellaneous, because it will. If you change your own oil, like we mentioned, I have to do that every couple of months on both of our cars. So that comes up. Wedding showers, baby shower gifts, birthday gifts, stuff comes up. Budget a little bit extra for miscellaneous for sure.
How do you negotiate lower bills? Just call them and tell them what you're needing. They will work with you. And sometimes you have to if they say they can't, just say, okay, can I talk to your manager or supervisor? And they'll be like, no, you don't have to. But say, no, really, I want to. If you can keep moving up that ladder, somebody's going to help you. Is it going to take time? Yes.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time.
Do you need to take off a day from work? Possibly. But at the end of the day, you may have saved yourself so much a month just by working in those bills. And if it's something like cable, oh my goodness, cut it. Figure out what you really need. And we're not saying cut it forever. Once you're done paying off your debt, if you want to go get your nails done, if you want to have cable, whatever you want, we're not saying this is for life. Mm-hmm. This is just during that small time that you're trying to get debt paid off.
Yeah, just temporary sacrifice.
I just need help. We owe more than my hubby makes. Then you got to start cutting things. Cut as much as you can. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely.
Either cut expenses or increase your income with side jobs if you need to.
I feel like every time we try to start FPU, something comes up, it's going to.
Yeah.
It's absolutely going to. You have to push through it. You just have to get through it. That's all I have to say. Mm-hmm. How much do you spend on eating out and how do you manage that? Hope that doesn't seem nosy. So we're not going to give exact numbers because all of our budgets are different and all of our splurges are going to be different. Our food budget is a little bit higher because we eat out, and this is now because we have debt paid off other than our house. So where we are in our journey is not yours, and where we want to splurge is not yours. You guys may splurge on nicer makeup, nicer shampoos, vacation. We don't like to cook, so we splurge on eating out more.
I was gonna say, we may eat out 3 to 4 times a week, and then cook 3 times or 4 times a week, just depending on what's going on. So our splurge is more of the eating out money. So we may spend a little bit more a month than other families on eating out. Our groceries might be a little bit less though, because we don't cook as much. So it may even out, but also our eating out, our tip money is budgeted in that. And Ashley loves to tip big. She's very generous. She's working with me to be more generous. That's something I got to work on. I've always been the saver and, keep as much as we can, but I see her do it and I really appreciate it, and I understand it, and I know we need to do it. So we have tip money in our actual eating out. So our eating out budget sounds high.
It would sound really high to you guys, but that's if I feel like I'm going to go out, if I don't have to cook that meal, if I don't have to clean up after that meal, and somebody's providing that service to us, I want to give generously to them.
Yeah.
So basically, when you guys are doing your bills, put it in your bills that aren't going to really change. You know what your mortgage is, or your rent, you know what your car payment, whatever it is, get those done. And then see how much money you have left over. And your food budget is normally where you have to kind of save. When you're paying off, that's where you have to just eat cheap, go to the grocery store. We've been there, we've done that. When we first started out, we'd eat one night with my parents and one night with his parents. So there's 2 nights a week. We didn't even have to pay for food.
Yeah.
So just figure out what you have to do. Food's a hard one. If you're out of debt, do whatever you want to do with food. Like, it's totally up to you. What do you think about credit cards? And you have to pay an annual fee on them. Go back to our previous videos if you haven't seen that. We do not like credit cards.
Right. Yeah, they can ruin lives for sure. The credit cards, it's kind of, it goes along with anything. I mean, it goes along with drugs or alcohol. Like, that stuff can ruin lives, and credit card is the financial version of that. It can ruin your life if you mishandle it, for sure. Like we said in the previous video, we have a credit card, but because we have self-control and we never get in trouble with it. So
and we don't buy anything with that credit card unless it's already in our account. We are just doing that for the rewards, and we know we're never going to get rich off rewards.
Exactly.
But we just know what we can handle. If you guys know you can't, you guys know yourself. You know if you can handle it or not. If you can't, do not do it.
Yeah.
And we're only doing this because we are out of debt and know where we are.
Yeah. So if you're tempted to spend more than you have, more than you make with credit cards, then do not own them.
Don't do it.
If you're tempted at all, it's not worth it. The only reason we do it is because we have it in the bank. We don't overspend on it. We know we already need to buy certain products online, so we might as well get 5% cash back or whatever on that. But yeah, definitely we don't condone, we don't think credit cards are, great for you. So you just got to be careful with them.
This one says, wondering about purchasing a house while getting rid of my credit cards. Since I follow the Dave Ramsey plan, he gets the whole manual underwriting option, but I'd rather have a low interest rate on my mortgage. How did you guys build credit during your home buying process, or did you go with the manual underwriting option? We both had good credit, but that's because we had both gone to school. I had paid off my student loan debt. We had credit cards during that time.
I was gonna say, I got one credit card during college and would put $20 on there a month, maybe.
Just to build it.
Just to build it. So
I get the manual underwriting's kind of hard. We got ours off. We have good credit.
Right, we had good credit, so we didn't do the manual underwriting. But I think manual underwriting's okay for sure. If you are staying away from debt and you haven't had debt for, I don't know if it's between I think it takes maybe up to 5 years of having no debt at all to get a 0 credit score, and then you do manual underwriting that way. If you do have somewhat of a credit score, like 300, 400, something terrible, then you do need to do manual underwriting or wait, and get that, either way up high your credit score or get it down to nothing. Wait a couple more years, get it down to nothing, then do manual underwriting. I've heard you from Dave Ramsey, you don't want to have a bad score and try to do manual underwriting because you have a score. You want to have a 0 credit score to do manual underwriting. So we had a credit score from credit card. She had a student loan on a car early.
I had car payments before we got married. I paid it off right before we got married, but I did have a few car payments, used cars.
So we know it's really hard to do manual underwriting. It's a great option if you have no credit score whatsoever. And if you do have a horrible score and you can wait, close everything and wait 5 to 7 years, however long it takes to get a 0 credit score, that's when you can do manual underwriting.
Well, and his is how about purchasing a house while getting rid of credit card debt. Sorry guys, there's a fly. I wouldn't be purchasing a house until the credit cards were paid off. If you're trying to get those paid off, you don't need to add a mortgage payment into it just attack those credit card payments and then deal with it afterwards.
Exactly. If you got a large credit card balance and you're making big payments, you don't want to have to bring on a new debt with mortgage and try to juggle both of those. It'd be good just to be, gazelle intense, as Dave Ramsey would say, and get rid of those
just
credit cards.
Through it quickly.
Yeah, get through it quick, and then you can get the house after that.
How long have you guys been debt free, and does this include no mortgage? We do owe on our house, and we plan to attack that, but we've been debt free for
I'd say 9 years, because we took our first year of marriage when we were living in the apartment. That's what we were talking about earlier, and paid off her student loan. That was the only debt we had at that time. Paid off the student loan, and so it's been 9 years. We've been debt free other than the house.
Okay, and this one says, how do you guys budget with only one income? What small jobs have you done to be a stay-at-home mom? Once again, go back to our first video. We talk about all the small odd jobs we have done, from collecting golf balls to, you guys, I even owned a booth for a while where I bought stuff and sold it.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about that in the first video. That was one of the other ways we made extra income.
That was before YouTube.
Ashley had a booth with home decor in a small town that she would sell things at. So we'd find them at garage sales, fix them up, and sell them. But
I've cleaned houses, I've babysat.
We've mowed yards.
You name it, we've done it. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you've just got to do what you got to do and get through it.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is the last one, and I think it's a good one. It says, how do you budget in for holidays and birthdays? I feel like every Christmas we are scrounging around every penny just to buy a handful of gifts. Okay, I heard this on the Dave Ramsey show once, and it was like a light went off. You know when Christmas is every single year.
Same day every year, December 25th.
So you know it's coming up. I get when there's an unexpected birthday party you don't know, but you know Christmas is coming. Anything that you know's coming that you need money for, start planning in advance. We start saving January. Right after you're done buying those presents, you start that next year and start a Christmas fund. And normally, our garage sales are our Christmas fund. Or if we have a little bit of a tax return.
Yeah, I was going to say, in March, we'll get a tax return back. Most of the time, we try not to get a huge tax return back because we don't want to lend the government money for free, So we try to make sure we don't get a ton back. But if we do get a tax return, there's been a lot of times where we've thrown money into the Christmas envelope at that point, and we've been good in March. We've had all the cash saved for Christmas in March, and we're good to go.
So don't wait till last minute. Don't panic in November. If you guys are sitting here watching this and you don't have your Christmas fund, start today. Do not wait and stress yourself out.
Yeah, you don't want to be stressed
and
Christmas.
Do not buy gifts on a loan or a credit card that you can't enjoy later. Same thing with vacations. I don't know how people take vacations and put them on a credit card, because you can't enjoy them knowing you come back and have all these fees to pay, or you're going to be paying on it for years. When we take a vacation or give a gift, it is paid for, and we get to give it with a loving and giving heart, or take a trip and feel rested. And I don't know, there's just so much peace knowing it's already paid for. When you come back from it or you give it, it's done. There's no strings attached. So please, 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 if you guys take anything from this, plan for things. I think that's the biggest deal. You just have to plan for things.
Yeah, you know when birthdays are, and you know when Christmas is, so just go ahead and start saving now for it, and it'll be so worth it. You won't be stressed during the holidays or during that birthday time. You've already got the money saved up. So yeah, that's what we do, and it saves a lot of fights and a lot of stress.
Okay guys, we're really loving doing these finance videos for you. We're going to try to do them at least once a month or every 6 weeks or something. So always leave comments down below on this video, and when we go to film it, I'll come to this video and answer those questions for you.
Yeah.
We hope you have a wonderful week. Good luck on your journeys, and we hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.